when it comes to the spiritual journey, right, I wanted to talk about integrity and how faith and integrity go hand in hand. There's a scripture that explains how faith without work is dead, right? So people always interpret that like, you got to have faith and then you got to put the work in to supplement that faith. So the things that you want come to you. That's not necessarily how it works, right? Your faith has to be accompanied by the work, by living within that faith, living within that truth. And in order to live within that truth, you have to know how to live through integrity, right? You can't, having faith and putting in the work means you can't live the same way you used to live. You have to be able to want to change, to know how to change, and to incorporate that change within your lifestyle. And choosing to have integrity is choosing to stick to the morals throughout anything, right? Somebody try to come up against you, you stick to your morals, you don't retaliate, right? You understand what they're doing, you understand who they are, you do not take on that energy, right? And then also, having integrity and sticking to your morals is doing the right thing when nobody's looking. You know what I'm saying? Your morals are not for show. You know what I'm saying? It is you doing what you're supposed to be doing, what you know you're supposed to be doing because you know it's the truth, right? You know what your faith is, so you're living within that faith. So you realize you don't have to compromise your morals in order to live in your faith. People do a lot of dirty shit to get ahead. People do a lot of dirty shit when they feel threatened, right? People do a lot of dirty shit when they don't like themselves. What you got to do is realize that that's what they're doing and do not take on their energy. Let them do what they have to do, right? And have no investment in it, right? Even if they're coming up against you, even if they're trying to attack you, you realize you cannot be threatened, right? Because you stay high in your morals, right? Because you stay having that integrity, because you put in the work. It's work to have integrity in the world that's telling you need to do shady shit to get ahead, It's work to stick to your morals when it looks like somebody's coming after you for no reason, right? People will lie on your name, right? They will say that you do things that you've never done before, right? But you know within you, this is the thing of integrity, right? And having faith. You know within you that you're innocent. You know within you that you have morality and you have values and you don't have to prove anything to anybody, right? Because it will be proven. People who have a sword against you, they're going to fall on their own sword. And it might not even be from the situation they put you through, right? They're going to do it again because they're unhealed. They're coming from a low vibrational place, so they'll get low vibrational results. But you don't take yourself out of your high vibration. You don't take yourself out of your morality to match their energy. Everybody talking about, oh, I'm going to match your energy. Don't match nobody's energy, bro. Don't match nobody's energy. Stick in your own energy, man. Because that's where you are, man. You stooping down to other people's energy is you taking on what they're putting out. That's exactly what they want you to do. They want you to take on what they're putting out. They want to put their energy on you because they don't feel good in themselves. They don't feel like, they look at you and they think you have something that they don't have. And the truth is that they have those things, they just haven't tapped into it, right? So they trying to attack your things so that, I don't know, so they feel higher up, so they feel bigger in themselves, but it just makes them look small, right? So somebody who notices what they're doing, it makes them look small, like a child, right? And not even a child. Children be pure, you know what I'm saying? It just makes them look like they're unhealed because they are, you know what I'm saying? And it's not to shame anybody, right? Somebody's unhealed, you don't put no shame on them. You don't have to have no opinions on them. But you got to realize that their attacks can't hurt you. You know what I'm saying? Their attacks can't do nothing to you because you still end up on your feet, right? And you end up back on your feet, not because you're a fucking cat, bro. You end up on your feet because you have faith, right? You stay in your high vibration, so good things continue to happen to you because that's what you believe and that's what you live in. You don't just believe it, you live in it. These type of people hear you talking about stuff like that and they want to prove you wrong. They'll do anything in their power to prove you wrong because they haven't reached that for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to test you, but not only test you, they're like, oh, I'll ruin you before, you know what I'm saying? But there's nothing to ruin, right? Because everything that you represent and everything that you live is not set in this world, man. You know what I'm saying? It's set higher, right? So that's why things work out for you in the end because your morals, your beliefs, your faith is set higher than this world, man. So they can only take away worldly things from you. But I've learned tried and true that you don't need worldly things to live in this world, man. I've had situations where I haven't had a dime to my name and I'm still thriving, not just surviving, thriving, right? On the outside, it doesn't look like I'm thriving, but I was thriving, bro. Like, and thriving meaning there's a clarity of mind, there's a clarity of spirit, right? That nobody can give to you and nobody can take away from you. You know what I'm saying? So your quote unquote enemies, they push you into these places beyond your comfort zone that allows you to see clearly. You know what I'm saying? So you're able to thrive. You're able to see beyond the physical, you know? You're able to live beyond the physical, right? You're able to live beyond what the world is telling you need in order to survive, in order to thrive, in order to be happy. And these people watch and stalk and try to harm you, right? And you're putting out a helping hand, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, shit, I would have been there for you, but you done made your own sword and you done fell on it, right? And they're like, oh, I didn't fall in it, you fell in it because you see the effects in the outside world. They don't realize it didn't affect me the way it affected them. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, like, I've told, and this is, I guess I'm subliminally talking about a situation that just went on, right? But I've told this person, you don't have to take on the energy people give out to you. And this person was dead set on trying to prove me wrong, right? But in the end, he's going to fall on his own sword, man, because it didn't penetrate. It didn't touch me, you know? And I'm not being cocky, but I'm not the one to be messed with. I promise you, you know? Not because I retaliate, because I won't. And that's the thing. I won't retaliate, man. but spirit will. And when I say spirit will retaliate, it's the same laws of like energy, bro. What you put out, you get back. Like, we are literally one with spirit. It's your spirit coming back to you, bro. So if you have those ill intentions and you put it out and it doesn't land where you want it to land, it's going to boomerang right back to you. It's going to boomerang right back to you anyway, even if it landed where you wanted it to land. Again, and I've said it before, you don't throw energy. You don't throw it and it doesn't belong to you. You extend energy and it belongs to you. It is yours. So what you're giving out is still yours, you know? And that's the thing, man. And you know why spirit will retaliate? Because there's no ill will coming from this way, you know? There's no harm coming from this way. You just attacked on your own, you know? Or what you thought was an attack. But really you're a catalyst, right? Catalyst into the next part of my life, of my story, right? Not a significant character, but simply a catalyst. But I hope, you know, after the storm you created comes back to you, I hope you find peace, right? I hope you trust in something better than this low vibration that you trust in, you know what I'm saying? I hope you stop trying to put people down and make yourself feel big, because it makes you really, really small. It makes you look extremely insecure, you know? And I know you're based on looks, because you told me that people watching, and I got to tell you that I don't give a fuck, right? In that situation, I couldn't tell you that. But now I can, you know? And I've said that, and I know you've watched, because you've been, you know what I'm saying? I know you watched, you heard what I said. Like, you don't have to give a fuck, bro. You don't have to give a fuck. When you don't mean people any harm and when you don't do any harm to people, there's nothing to hide. So let people look, you know what I'm saying? They're going to interpret what they interpret, but you know for yourself, and spirit knows, and your energy that you put out is reflecting that you have no ill intentions, that you are not an enemy to anybody, that you are not acting as an enemy to anybody, right? That you have the ability to not give a fuck because there's nothing to hide, period. Because there's going to be people like you everywhere, you understand? Like, I've ran into more yous than not, you know what I'm saying? You're not unique, you're not slick with it. And the thing is that I saw you watching me. I was watching you watching me because you thought I was naive, man. But I've been living this. This has been my life. You know, people trying to come after me time and time again, man. And so I'm trying to tell you, like, this has been my life. But at the end of the day, God always brings beauty, man. So why not choose God? Why not choose to have integrity? Why not choose to be better in the way that you move, right? And it's a process. But in order to heal, in order to have faith, in order to really want better in your life, in order to feel, I know you feel shitty because I see it, man. You constantly feel shitty. But in order to not feel like that, you can't go around attacking people. You know what I'm saying? What you got to do is make certain changes in your life. You understand? You got to tap into your emotions and heal your shame. You got to heal your guilt, right? But once you heal that, you got to make a vow to yourself to not live in that anymore, right? You got to choose better. You have to choose better. You can't live in that same way, the same way you used to live. If you want better, man. You can't lie on people. You can't try to cut people down if you want better. You can't be mad at other people's happiness, at other people's ability to adjust if you want better, right? You have to be able to adjust. You have to be able to find that adjustment, that ability to find your own peace, find your own happiness in you. That has nothing to do with anybody else. You have to find your own identity, right? And that shit don't have nothing to do with age, right? It don't have nothing to do with, oh, I've done this and I've done that. Because what have you learned from that? You have learned to be a shiesty person, right? And you're shiesty as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that I know underneath that, the person is not that. It's a hurting person underneath that. I've already seen that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why there's no animosity. There's no madness because you created that for yourself. You know what I'm saying? The things that you've done against me is from your hurt. It's your projections. But I still can tell you, I can still remind you that that doesn't have to be your reality, right? Even after the chaos you caused, it doesn't have to be your reality. You have to forgive yourself. You have to be patient with yourself. You have to have compassion with yourself and you have to make those changes and make those changes steady, have integrity in order to push yourself to a level that's beyond the self-hate. You know what I'm saying? And it's not hidden. It's not hidden like you think it's hidden. It's not, and you're not powerful like you think you're powerful. I know you like to exert what you think is quote unquote power, but it's not. It's cruelty, you know? It's insecurities and it's lies, you know? And it's sad, you know what I'm saying? So I can see your hurt, you know? And it's apparent that I'm not the only one that you do this to. Like, I've seen you look for trouble, right? Or even cause trouble to look for in order to not seem like the only one that's causing trouble. I've seen you do it. I've seen you do it to kids, bro. So it's like, and be happy and be like I'm cunning or something like, but you gotta realize you're the cause. You're causing these things. You're doing these things. You're creating your own trouble, man. It's not helping the way you feel. Like, you're still shifty. You're still uncomfortable. You're still, you know, dissatisfied because of the anger you hold inside. But those little quote unquote wins that you get from being that shiesty person is holding you back, man. It's adding to your anger, even though you get those little instant gratifications. It's adding to your hurt, to your pain. And that's not just for that one person. Like, love is a protective force. You know what I'm saying? Like, that hate, that any type of lack of love, any type of deceit, any type of anything is not going to protect you. You know what I'm saying? Love is the only thing that's going to protect you. And it seems counterintuitive because you seem like, oh, this person is vulnerable, this person's asked out, this person's going to be thrown to the sharks. But you realize those sharks can't hurt you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been eaten and chewed up and spit out, bro. And I'm still here, man. I'm still here. It's like Antoine Fisher. I'm still here. I'm still standing. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's how it is. That's how life is, because you choose not to be a part of that. So you're going to be protected because you're not a part of that. You know what I'm saying? You choose love, so you're going to receive love in return. And it doesn't mean those things are not going to happen to you. It doesn't mean those things don't initially come for you or don't affect your life. They affect your life, but you realize you're going to land on solid ground always. Always, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be supported by miracles always, right? If you choose to live in the mindset of miracles, man. If you choose to live in the mindset of love and compassion and continuously not retaliating to the mess that people put your way. And when I say not retaliating, and when I say not matching your energy, that doesn't mean don't defend yourself. You say what you got to say. If somebody's wrong, tell them they fucking wrong, bro. If somebody's not doing the right thing, you could tell them off. But when I say don't match their energy, don't have the ill intent behind it. I tell people to fuck off all the time, you know what I'm saying? But there's no ill intention behind it. I'm just going to tell the truth, right? And I'm not going to try to cut them down while I'm doing it. Even though in certain things you let those thoughts pass, because you're like, oh shoot, that's not my intention. I'm not trying to cut this person down. This person's fragile. Even though if they try to big up themselves, they're fragile, bro. And it's like, I'm not trying to cut you down, but I'm going to tell you the truth, right? And that's going to be, and it's like, oh shit, they threatened by that. Imagine if you really tried to cut them down, you know what I'm saying? But that's why that's not the point. That's why it's like, you don't even got to go that far. Just tell people the truth. And if I be telling the truth passionately, man, people think there's not, like, I go off all the time. But it's like, only in the truth, man. Only in the truth. I'm not going to cut you down. And then you let those people make the decision from there. And then a lot of times they make the wrong decision, man. They make the wrong decision. But it's okay. Because then after that, you just don't have to deal with it, right? Because it's not going to be me that takes it on. Initially, you're going to see that, okay, oh, I got her. I did this, I did that. All right, do what you got to do, man. But you know how the world works. You know how the universe works, man. And you know the things that you put out come back to you. You know what I'm saying? And you know the love and the compassion you put out comes back to you, right? No matter what.